Welcome back to Old War Stories with Uncle Jay. Well, here's another story back when I was in the 8th grade. Now, you have to understand, this was an interesting time. In the 8th grade, I was about 13, 14 years old, and there's that little pesky thing called puberty. Yeah, that we're all going through. And it's not just the boys, it's also the girls. So everybody's hormones are moaning, and all kinds of pimply-faced shit, and all kinds of fights would break out, and good shit like that. But I was the studious type, and I just wanted to get my good grade, so my parents wouldn't beat me senseless. Rather, I should say, so my mother wouldn't beat me senseless. Anyways, so it was 8th grade English class, and yeah, believe it or not, in 8th grade we still had a spelling test. I actually had a spelling test even in the 10th grade that I remember, maybe even 11th, but with the amount of comments I get, spelling is like, I don't know, people, they just don't teach this shit anymore. It doesn't mean anything. But there's so many spelling mistakes. I'm not talking about just a typo. That can happen, that's fine. I understand you hit a J instead of a K, or a B instead of an N. It happens. That's fine. But when it's like T-H-E-I-R, when it should have been T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E, and two, and two, and, all these different things, and then they hit me with the fucking run-on sentences and no punctuation and no capitalization shit. That's getting a little off topic. But anyway, learn to fucking write, people. For fuck's sake, if you're gonna comment, learn. And learn fast. It's not like, I mean, you're typing, or texting in your damn response, your damn comment. Fucking dictionaries at your fucking fingertips. Figure it out. And when I type comments on YouTube, because I go right through there, it underlines shit in red that it says, maybe not really. You know, like, think about how you're spelling that. Is that really the right word? And sometimes Google's dictionary doesn't know the word. I have a pretty good vocabulary, and therefore, sometimes it doesn't know a particular word that I'm typing in. And I'll go and look that word up because I'm saying, did I maybe spell that wrong? And it turns out, no, I spelled it right. And that's that. Well, anyway, we have to think 8th grade. So here I am in Miss Novick's class. Novick. She was fresh out of teacher school, so to speak, and came in as a brand new teacher that year. I think she was 24. Like I said, I was like 13 or 14, so certainly old enough to be a teacher in that, but very young and naive in that regard. So we had a spelling test, and the word was canceled. Like when you cancel something after it has been done, in the past tense is canceled. So they give us the sheet with all of the words that we're going to have to learn how to spell for that week. And canceled was one of the words. Now she spelled it C-A-N-C-E-L-E-D, which is indeed a proper spelling of canceled. So the test comes, and the word is canceled. This was given orally, of course. And she says, canceled. The test was canceled. I wish it fucking were. So I write down for number 3, C-A-N-C-E-L-L-E-D, which is also an acceptable and proper spelling of the word canceled. I was marked wrong. Miss Novick. Yes, Jason. You marked me wrong on canceled, but I spelled it right. Really? Oh, okay, and she, I mean, people make mistakes. Maybe she fucked up. So she came and she looked and she says, nope, there's one L in canceled. I said, not the way I spell it, is 2. She said, well, it's 1 L. I said, all right, I know this is right. Now, God forbid we had a school district that was wealthy enough to have a dictionary in an English classroom. Hello? Okay, but no. Well, anyway, I was buddy-buddy with the person in the library, the librarian. So I was there, and they had a dictionary on CD-ROM. This was new shit for your multimedia PC. So after class, I went in the library, and I typed in canceled. And it said CANCELED or CANCELLED. And I printed the fucking thing out on a dot matrix printer in graphics mode. Thank you very much. I think that was on a Friday, and Monday I come in, I said, Novik, look, this is correct. Well, it may be correct, but it's not it's not the way I taught you. I said, maybe your way isn't right. She says, well, it shows both. I said, well, by that logic, I should be marked right, because it shows both as acceptable spellings. Well, this propagated. Let me tell you, this shit propagated. And I went to other teachers, and they said, oh, I'll put in a word for you with the head of the English department and shit like that. Well, anyway, nothing ever got done, and she never did correct my grade. So I got 1 marked wrong on a spelling test for a fucking word I spelled right, because she didn't care for the way I spelled it, even though it was correct. Oh. And you see, so what was I, 13 years old? So that's going to be 28 years ago, excuse me. And this is still in my mind, because this was totally wrong on every fucking level imaginable. Really pissed me off. I got even in other ways. I certainly did get even in other ways, because she was also all about poetry. She was like the typical, like, OMG before this was even a thing. So she was this real, like, nasally, and I never liked her, but she was nice, but she was just a bitch about this. And that certainly was not right, and it really burned my ass. And I would remind her of this time and time again through the school year. So hopefully, Miss Novik, if A, you're still fucking alive, and B, your teaching license hasn't been revoked, I hope you remember this shit and the error of your ways. Sure, you were brand new in the school, but you did your own set of schooling with their own fuck-ups along the way, and you should have known this was incorrect. So there I am. My permanent record has been defaced by 1 wrong on a spelling test when I was in the 8th grade. What is a permanent record? Does anybody fucking have these things? Everybody says permanent record. They used to talk about this on the Nickelodeon show Doug. And that's going to go on your permanent record. Where is this permanent record? Who has a copy of this? Can I see it? Why can't you see your own permanent record? Right. That's because it's bullshit. Your criminal record is something else, but as far as your school records, you know, they just burned that at the end of the school year like you did all your notebooks. So yes, another wonderful thorn in my side from 27 or 28 years ago from a spelling test in English. Thank you for watching this installment of Old War Stories with Uncle Jay. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.